This isn't just a rare muscle car. This is the rarest production muscle car ever built. Only 11 of these left the factory, and one of them was found sitting, forgotten, slowly rotting away. Today, it's worth millions, but for years, nobody cared. This is the story of the 1971 HEMI Cuda Convertible. By the early 1970s, the muscle car era wasn't fading, it was collapsing. The wild, reckless years were over. Insurance companies had finally figured out what Detroit was doing. Government regulators were paying attention, and buyers were starting to feel the consequences. High horsepower wasn't exciting anymore. It was expensive. It was dangerous. It was becoming socially unacceptable. Detroit knew change was coming. Some brands adapted early. Others delayed the inevitable. Plymouth found itself caught between legacy and survival. By 1971, the 426 HEMI was no longer a marketing victory. It was a problem. It cost too much to build. It cost too much to insure. And it required buyers who were willing to live with its downsides. The HEMI didn't apologize. It ran hot. It drank fuel, and it made power the rest of the industry was already abandoning. Most manufacturers quietly walked away. Chrysler hadn't, yet. This is where rarity turns into absurdity. Plymouth still allowed the HEMI to be ordered in the Barracuda. That alone made the car rare, but someone, somewhere, allowed another box to be checked. Convertible. A HEMI-powered convertible made absolutely no sense. Convertibles were heavier, they flexed more, they were designed for cruising, not domination. Yet, the option existed. When production numbers were finalized, even insiders were stunned. Only 11 1971 HEMI Cuda convertibles were built. Not because Plymouth wanted a limited edition, but because almost no one ordered one. This wasn't engineered rarity. It was accidental and irreversible. Today, these cars are worshipped, but in 1971, they were unwanted. Dealers struggled to move them. Buyers balked at the price. Insurance quotes scared people away. Performance buyers wanted hardtops. Casual buyers didn't want a HEMI, so these cars quietly slipped through the cracks. This is the part people always struggle to understand. How does one of the rarest muscle cars ever built just disappear? Barn finds don't happen because owners are careless. They happen because time changes meaning. In the 1970s and 1980s, this was just an old convertible. Gas was expensive, parts were hard to find, the HEMI was temperamental. At some point, it stops being worth fixing, so it gets parked. Maybe with the intention of coming back to it. Maybe just for now. Years pass, the paint dulls, rubber dries out, moisture finds its way into places no one checks, and slowly, the car fades into the background of someone's life, until one day, it isn't a car anymore. It's just something in the barn. Rediscoveries never happen cleanly. There are rumors first, stories pass between collectors, whispers about something unusual sitting somewhere. Most of them are fake, but sometimes one isn't. A wingless silhouette, a familiar grille, a VIN that shouldn't exist. That's when excitement turns into disbelief. Because at this level, nobody wants to believe it's real. With only 11 built, authentication becomes an obsession. Everything is questioned. VIN tags are examined under magnification. Fender tags are decoded line by line. Broadcast sheets are hunted like artifacts. One wrong stamp ends the story. But when everything matches, the room goes quiet. Because now, it isn't a rumor anymore. it's history. Once confirmed, the market reacts instantly. Collectors don't negotiate, they compete. Restored examples sell for over $4 million. One nearly touched $5 million. That places this car among the most valuable American automobiles ever sold. Not because it's the fastest, but because it's irreplaceable. After 1971, muscle cars changed permanently. Compression ratios dropped, advertised horsepower collapsed, insurance and emissions reshaped everything. This car represents the final moment before restraint, the last time Detroit didn't care about consequences. This car wasn't rejected because it was bad. It was rejected because it arrived at the wrong moment. Too late to be celebrated. Too extreme to survive. That's why its story hurts. And this is where opinions divide. Do you restore perfection, or do you preserve history? Fresh paint erases decades. Leaving it untouched risks decay. There is no correct answer. This wasn't just a barn find. It was the rarest production muscle car ever built, nearly erased by time. A reminder that history doesn't always recognize importance when it happens. So if you opened a barn door and found a 1971 HEMI Cuda Convertible just sitting there, what would you do? Restore it, or leave history exactly as you found it? Let me know, and I'll see you next time.
I don't know. What's that gonna do, guys? Right now, the ball's in now. It's crunch time. Here we go. World record muscle car.